Hi, Mom.
Before we begin, we would like to take a moment to thank each and every one of you who voted us to be up here today and give us the honor of talking. Thank you.
4 years ago, we walked into the walls of this high school. We were scared, we were excited, and we were eager to begin a journey that ends here today. The past 4 years have brought with them memories and stories that can only be told through the eyes of our class.
When we walked through those doors, everything that we learned about high school from TV vanished at the sight of upperclassmen and their constant attempts to assert their dominance over us. Their attempts were weak and poorly executed, to say the least. I mean, did they really think that a bunch of tennis balls would really convey the message of, we're better than you?
But as the years continued, most of us found our place in this high school where we fit right in. For some, it was long hours practicing in the theater or in the band room. For others, it was on the field.
Heck, even some of us found our place giving poorly written speeches that aren't funny in front of hundreds of people.
But even though we may have all found our separate places around the school, we were able to gain and share memories that will follow us forever. No one can forget the very first snow day we had.
Or when we got an entire week off for some measly old hay.
And let's not forget the fun time we had when we were stuck in the fairgrounds all day.
These memories and stories are what define our class and make us different and unique. They have bonded us together and helped us grow not only as individuals, but as a class as well.
We, as a class, have had to adapt to many changes, not only around the world, but around the school as well. We all remember what a fuss it was when John McCain came here to give a speech on this exact spot where we're standing right now. Whoa.
We've also seen change in the way that our school is structured and run. We were the class that was fortunate enough to have a different bell schedule every year, and the one that was fortunate enough not to deal with the new SLCs or semesters or whatever they're called. The changes that we've seen do have some positive attributes, however.
Those changes have made us used to accepting change and taking the change for what it is without complaint. The changes that we have seen here will help us prepare for the change that is going to occur to us in just a few short months.
Through the years, we have bonded and grown with each other. Sure, we're all different and come from different backgrounds, but what makes our class stand out is that we didn't make it about who's rich or who's poor or whose parents do what. We took each other for who we are, and that is what truly brought us all together. The past years have brought with them times that we wish we could relive forever, and times that we wish we could forget.
But let's not forget the people sitting around you. They have been with you since the very beginning. They have seen you nearly faint from dissecting a pig in biology, to almost in tears for getting an 89% in AP English. Even though we have all matured and grown into young, attractive, young people, one thing remains the same. We are all still kids at heart.
We were the generation that was blessed enough to grow up with such great gifts to humanity as Harry Potter and Toy Story. For example, much like when we were younger, we were still eager to try new things.
We were still mischievous and obnoxious.
We still depend on our parents to buy us new things.
We still wonder who's kissing who under the slide.
And we still dress up in clothes that don't fit.
As we begin into our ascent into the majestic abyss that is the next phase of our lives, we are reminded of us what it was like when we first began our immersion into elementary school. We all remember arriving on the first day of kindergarten with our light-up shoes and our favorite blankie in hand, kicking, screaming, and begging our parents not to leave.
As our parents eventually left us to our own devices, we soon realized that the terror we felt beforehand eventually turned into enthusiasm to meet new friends, learn, and even pick each other's noses. In only a few short months, that scene will repeat itself as we leave to college. But maybe this time without the light-up shoes and favorite blankie.
Wait. I'm bringing my favorite blankie to college. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, maybe you're the exception.
Okay. But this time, it won't be us that are kicking and screaming, but our parents who will be doing the bawling and begging as they force you not to force them into bankruptcy.
However, the enthusiasm and nervousness will still be very much present, but will easily disperse during your first cake stand at a frat house that you didn't even know existed. So even though you feel like you've matured and grown over the years, don't forget that the little kid inside of you is always waiting to come out at the right moment.
In a few short months, we will be starting yet another journey that will be over before you know it. So we ask all of you today to take advantage of every moment that you have to do something great. Have some fun. Make a difference.
In writing this speech, we came across a lot of great quotes that we felt would relate perfectly to our class. One that stood out perfectly excuse me. One that stood out was from a person who we feel is the voice of our generation and who inspires others to become better people. Life is tough. Might as well do the easy stuff to make yourself feel better.
Words of wisdom like that can only come from the scholarly insight of Nicole Snooky Pelosi. I'm sure that even when she looks back on her childhood, there are some things that make her proud and some things that make her not so proud.
I mean, Lord knows she's not the best role model.
So with that, we ask this one question of all of you. We urge all of you to keep this in your mind in your coming endeavors. Would the 5-year-old you look up to who you are now?
Years from now, when we all have families, jobs, and mortgages to pay, we urge you not to lose touch with the ones who you've made friendships with and remember the great times that we've all had together. We leave you today with a quote that we feel a lot of us can relate to from a guy who most of you probably want to be one day. And we danced,
And we cried
and we laughed.
and had a really good time.
Take my hand,
Let's have a blast.
and remember this moment for the rest of our lives. Thank you.